this is CRT. Welcome to this part 2 of a very special episode where I am looking at a donation to the channel. In part 1, which if you haven't seen yet, I'll put a link up here and one down in the description there. I unboxed a donation from a viewer. Again, I have to say a really big thank you to Mikey N6IL for sending this in. I unboxed it and it was 9 cartridges for my recently acquired VIC-20. 9 video game cartridges. So in the last episode I cleaned those cartridges and I tested out 4 of them and they were all working perfectly. So I've got 5 more to test out. Now in the first episode I tested out Gorf, Pole Position, Jupiter Lander, and Rat Race. And in this episode, I have to test out Cosmic Cruncher, Omega Race, Clowns, Pirates Cove, and The Count. And I'm really looking forward to this because so far I've really liked what I've seen for games on this VIC-20, and I am looking forward to playing these. So I guess there's nothing else to do but start playing some games. Now we are going to look at Cosmic Cruncher. This is the same game I briefly looked at in the video where I fixed the keyboard for this computer. There we go. So this is a Pac-Man variant where Pac-Man is the Commodore symbol. And, yeah, it was released in 1982, and so you're running around, it's got a space theme to it, so you're running around collecting things. Your power-ups are little spaceships, and you're, yeah. Your bonus thing up there is a planet, and satellites are the bad guys rather than ghosts. I like most Pac-Man clones, and this one is no exception. And now it is time to try out Omega Race. This was one of the early games that I had for my color computer too back in the day, and I played it a lot. There we go. This version is 1982 by Commodore, based on the 1981 game by Ballet Midway. So you're a ship that bounces off all the walls, and yeah, you just have to kill everything in the way. Takes a little bit to get used to the bouncing around, and it's a lot like asteroids in your ship, but you bounce off stuff, so. But it's the same thing that you push up to thruster, and you turn left, you spin your ship left or right by pushing the joystick left or right. And I don't think down does anything, but that is Omega Race. And now it is time to try out Clowns. But this game will not work with my joystick. So I have to trade in my Atari joystick for Atari paddles. And here we go. So you basically just have to move around and keep these guys from hitting the ground and try to get up high enough to pop some balloons. And the joystick or the fire button does nothing, but and don't let them land in the middle of the seesaw because they go splat. Oh, I guess I should mention that this game was released in 1982 and based on the Ballet Midway game from 1978. So it's also nice to see that my Atari paddles work well with this VIC-20. Okay, time to move on to the next game. Now it is time to try Pirates Cove. There we go. Oh, wait a second. It doesn't look like it's working because it just goes into the regular startup screen. But with this cartridge, you have to type SYS32592. And how do I know this? Well, because it's written on the front of the cartridge. And it takes you into... So this was obviously released in 1981. It's the second game in the adventure series of Scott Adams' text adventures. Yeah, the Scott Adams text adventures were originally released in 1979 and were released on a lot. Just about, I mean, most common household home computers. I mean, your Apple II, your TRS-80, your TI-99, the Dragon. They all had releases of the adventure games. So it's basically just a text adventure, or as they called them back then, interactive fiction. So this looks like it would be good for an evening of sitting and figuring this game out. And the final cartridge to try is The Count. And this is another one where you have to type in SYS32592. And as you can see, it is number 5 in the adventure series by Scott Adams. So this is another Scott Adams text adventure game. Originally also released in 1979 and ported to just about all of the computers. Now the thing that is different with this one, this was the first one where time played a factor. The adventure takes place over 3 days and certain puzzles have to be solved at the right time, and there's a difference between night and day. So, yeah, a little bit more of an intricate text adventure. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this one too. There we go. It is more than I could have hoped for. All 9 of these games are working, and I am so looking forward to having some downtime when I can delve into really playing these games and exploring them and just having fun with these games. Again, a huge thank you to Mikey N6IL. Thank you so very much for sending these. It was unexpected and wonderful, and I am very happy about it. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me take a quick look at these games. And if there are any of these games that you are interested in taking a closer look at, maybe delving into the history of them or just seeing more gameplay footage on them, put a comment below about that. And yeah, I will then make some more videos on them. But for now, I've got to go and play some games. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you know what you can do with the liking, subscribing, and or commenting below, because anything and everything you do is always greatly appreciated. But yeah, till next time.